Hey everybody, it's Amber with Little Mouse Arts. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make a collage frame. Now I taught you how to make your custom photo frames out of anything, and now I've learned how to make custom collage frames. So basically a bunch of different pictures that'll make up one big picture like you can see here. If you want these 3 frames, I have them up on my website for free. But without further ado, let's learn how to make them. So the process is very similar to making a standard frame. So we're just going to go into a blank design, and then you can look up silhouette, make it a free element if you don't have Canva Pro, for example. And we're just going to use this free cat right here. Now I like to make it as big as possible just so the photos have enough space. And now on your keyboard, you're going to hit L. That should bring a line into your design. Depending on the thickness you want the pictures to be divided by, I like probably around 8. You're just going to move this line to wherever you want it to divide your collage. So we can duplicate that line that way that there's the same width, and then we can lengthen it, and to get it to not lock to something, just hold down Command while dragging it. And just basically make sure it goes through the design fully and put it wherever you're going to want your design to be divided. So now we have our horizontal ones. I'm going to add one more into the tail. We're going to add the vertical one, so we're just going to copy and paste one of the horizontals and add the vertical one. Now you can space them out however you want. I'm just doing something pretty simple here. You want to avoid making super small spaces like this because a photo won't look really good right there in my opinion. So I'm just trying to space it out to how I think it could look good. And let's do one more. Make it a little shorter. Do it down here. Obviously you can play with the layout. So see right here, I have a small space as well. I don't love that. So I'm just gonna bring this line back a little bit and just make sure they're all connected. Once you like how this looks and you're happy with your image division, you're gonna go ahead and share it and download it as a PNG. Then you're gonna head on over to our favorite website, picsvg.com, upload your PNG that you just downloaded. And right here, you can see details and filters. On filters, you're going to switch it from edge to internal, and this will change it from being an outline to the filled edges. And so since we broke up the cat with these lines, every single space you see is going to be its own picture. Now you're going to download the SVG. Then we're going to head over to Photopea again. Remember, Photopea is also 100% free to use. So now we're going to go up to File, Open, and we're going to drop that SVG we just put in. Now you can see every layer of the cat is separate. So now we're going to go back to File, and this time we're going to click on Open and Place. And then we're going to place a random picture on top of the silhouette frame that you just made, and make sure it's at the top, and you can just grab it on the right and drag it to the top if it's not. Now here we're gonna, if you're on a Mac, you're gonna click Control, click on it and turn it into a clipping mask. If not, you can just right click it and turn it into a clipping mask, and you'll see this yellow picture that I've selected has now clipped basically to this layer. We're going to want to repeat that process for every single layer. So just click on your photo layer back in the layers panel and copy and paste it. And then you're going to drag it down. That way it's underneath the next layer. Go ahead and keep repeating that process until you see your picture fill up every single layer. Now that you can see my whole cat is yellow and each picture has taken up the layer of the yellow picture we have added, we're going to go ahead and go back to File, and then we're going to save it as a PSD. Now you can rename it here, cat template, and then we're going to go back to our Canva design, okay? We don't really need this anymore, but we'll just keep it for before and after effect. Then we're going to go to Upload Files and upload the template that you just made, so the PSD file. Sometimes Canva has issues with accepting a PSD, so that might mean the file is too big. To make the file smaller in Photopea, you would go up to Image, and then Canvas Size, and then you can just make sure it's smaller. So for example, you could go to 600 by 600 pixels, and that would keep it a square, and then hit OK, and then you just have to resize everything. So you could go ahead and select it all and resize your cat, and then it would be small enough to download, and then you just do the same process. Once your file is uploaded, you'll see it under Projects, and this is what it'll look like. Now we need to remove the yellow layer from the frame to be able to use it. To do that, just click on any parts of the frame and hit Delete on your keyboard, the backspace button. You can also do it by clicking on it, the 3 dots, and then scrolling down to Detach Image. But I feel like that adds an extra click, so I just like to click on it and delete to speed things up. And you'll see the Canva image placeholders are appearing. And if you accidentally delete one, just hit the backspace button. Okay, we're almost done, and you'll see behind the cat is this black layer, right? So you're gonna go to Position, and then Layers, and then click on all of the black parts and delete those as well. Now our cat collage is complete, and we can add some pictures to it. So you can literally just drag and drop and double click into a photo to adjust it. You can also make it bigger, smaller, all that type of stuff. And there you have it. We have all of our cat pictures added, and this is your custom frame. Now you can remove the background color or whatever. You could group it all together to make it easier to move the frame all at once, and you can make really cute, customizable cat images with their names, for example, and you could put their birthdays. And there's just so many fun ideas you could do with this. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please let me know if the slowed down version is what you guys prefer, as well as the up close screen rather than zoomed out a little bit. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday or whatever weekday you have while watching this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.